Hey everyone, it's Alan. We are doing something special to cap off Season 1 and transition ourselves into Season 2. We are going to be doing a Season 1 kind of recap what we liked about Season 1 discussion, and that's what this episode is going to be all about. So sit back, relax, unless you're in a car, pay attention, and just enjoy the recap. Get ready, because next week is going to be awesome. Those of you that aren't Kenyan, do you remember how the order started out?
I remember things starting from session 3 vaguely, because I have notes starting.
I know. Manette got kicked out of the academy for being too book smart and not street smart enough.
I was given a special assignment for the semester.
A really, really long semester.
Yeah, it's been
Oh, those days in Neverwinter.
I just remember you having like
No
pamphlets
snow.
or something and walking around with the pamphlets.
Yeah.
And Tin was just like, I don't know what I'm doing out on my own, but maybe I should do this stuff with some peoples.
Oh.
So it'll be more interesting that way.
That one was actually pre-episodes, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the unrecorded session.
The
So
lost session.
yeah.
The
We'll
last session where we
recreate
all
it if you give our
almost died.
Patreon enough
The
money.
top
right?
secret
Yeah.
session. Okay.
Yeah, the top
Okay.
secret session.
that's totally recorded and nobody will ever hear.
It's
Yes.
like the
Yes.
Star Wars
Yes.
Christmas special, but good.
It was a limited time release only, and
you missed
nobody
it. You missed it.
nobody applied, so we just deleted it.
So, I guess let's talk about then. Let's quick talk about your guys' backgrounds. So, just give me a couple sentences of where your character came from. Seeing how season 1 was the first adventuring season for these characters. So, let's start with Adam on this one. Okay. Let me condense this idea down. How did you join the Obsidian Flame?
Shoot, I don't remember. Let's see here.
You were with
was,
Ifer.
and he and I went to a tavern, and we found Chanton, right? That's what happened.
Yeah, I think so.
And Chanton was looking for miscreants, and Chanton ended up joining up with Manette in hopes of finding his miscreants, and instead we did other things.
So I think Manette saw Chanton and was like, I need that guy in my party. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yep, he scared the shit out of me, so I figured I'd get him as an ally so that he can scare the shit out of other people that are going to cause me trouble.
And I just had this feeling that if I joined up with this Chanton and Manette and brought Ifer along, and he and I could join this cool group of adventurers, we would set out and set the world straight and do really good stuff and really make the world a shining place, and definitely not steal or murder or any of that crap that ended up happening.
And really, you want to keep Ifer close so that he's safe, right?
Yeah.
Because didn't you guys grow up together?
He raised
or like
him.
an orphanage
he
or
kind of
something?
he helped me out. I was on the streets for a while when I was 10 to 12. He kind of helped me adjust to the street life and
After
made
Bond
sure it
ran
didn't
away.
kill me. Ran away?
Yeah.
I don't think that's canon yet.
Oh, okay. I think everybody knows you ran away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I ran away from home, for unknown reasons.
I don't remember how Tin and Manette met, though.
Okay, so I was looking for a group to go adventuring and killing evil things with because
You were seeking truth and justice and knowledge, and
Yeah.
that's what the Obsidian Flame was originally supposed to do. And
that doesn't sound as badass.
now we're saving the world.
Killing
So-
evil things, that's truth and justice, right?
Yeah, because you're getting rid of the evil. Anyway, so I'm looking for this group because I've been doing okay on my own, but I'm kind of figuring it's better to work with a group. Little did I know that I would be joining up with a group and kind of becoming like the mom sometimes to everyone else. But yeah, I think Manette, I was probably just like, oh, you know, this looks like really professional and legit, and, you know, Order of the Obsidian Flame, there's a flame, so obviously he, you know, like,
Lines up with Lathander.
probably sympathetic to Lathander.
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay. Manette and Keo.
Wow, this was half a lifetime ago almost. You know,
Half a life.
not quite.
Come
but-
on, it's like 1/3.
Yeah. Well, I was a young age of 7 back before I was 8. But I think that's how old Keo was. But, yeah.
I remember 7.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so after leaving due to some disagreements about, you know, food rules, I went to Neverwinter because it sounded a lot warmer, and it was a nice place, and I was trying to get my book translated, which I'm still trying to do. I mean, this is taking forever. But
Didn't you get your cloak?
Oh,
Didn't you
that
get
was
the cloak on the way or something like that?
all my gear. So I bumped in the woods into a kindly member of the Enclave, and you know, I was like, wow, the Emerald Enclave, that sounds like the sort of place my dragon dad would, you know, he's got to be like king of that. So, you know, and I borrowed some gear that he wasn't using and made a tabard out of like a little banner, and stole his mandolin, and you know, Keo started out very Kender like in my head, but so I went to Neverwinter, and I took the book to the place where I saw the most books, because I figured they'd know about books, and that's where I met Manette, and he seemed like a pretty smart dude, and he was offering room and board, so I was like, yeah. And the rest is history.
Not yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah. So,
As a player, though, let me say,
yeah.
I was never expecting the Keo backstory with the thinking his dad's a dragon and the mom being a powerful sorceress. I was playing on the whole kobolds don't actually know their parents because they have like brooding things. And so I was expecting it to be all Keo being misguided. So I was really surprised when my dad showed up as a player.
And he was your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a fun thing as a DM to be like, you know, I really don't think he is expecting this, so I'm gonna make it happen.
Because it was kind of
cool.
like a Don Quixote kind of just a delusional character.
AJ, has Manette ever explained what the Obsidian Flame has meant to Manette, like to the group, whether it's the group itself or the artifact?
I don't think he's talked about it too much, because the Obsidian Flame, I believe we've discussed, is kind of like a myth, and his belief in it was somewhat frowned upon by the school, and like
saw
kind
as
of
childish,
and
pipe dream type thing.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So he's talked about it less and less over the years. So no, I don't believe he would have talked about it with anybody.
Okay.
Manette is also a gnome of few words.
Yes.
He's busy crafting things all the time.
All I know is they look sick on our ship.
Yeah, the flames. Yeah. Yep.
As far as the group, the Obsidian Flame, Manette is very grateful that things have worked out as they have. He's grown very closer to the group than anyone at school. He was always too busy with his head in a book. So being out and about and dealing with these life-threatening situations, he feels very close to the Obsidian Flame as the group, the order of the Obsidian Flame.
So fast forwarding through Neverwinter and a lot of the stuff that happened after going to Phandalin, you guys met this orc. Dan, what was Kinian's first impressions of the group? Do you remember?
Yeah, weak.
Weak.
So it's been a lot of fun watching Kinian grow through season 1, and we're currently recording season 2. Kinian's background is sort of interesting, where started from a pirate background, but over time from a storytelling evolution, he's gone through several titles, starting with Kinian the Betrayer, his first night with the Obsidian Flame. He was labeled.
Was it your first night?
He was labeled the Betrayer by Manette after Chanton died.
That's
from
right.
me
It was
taking
your
the pipe.
first night, wasn't it?
So my first experience with the group was the death of Chanton, solidifying me as the new token half-orc.
Yes, I remember that night, and you as the player felt so bad. It was so funny because you just started playing.
Oh yeah,
and we kept telling you
First night we'd ever met you, and you killed one of our
and Dan wonders why Kyo has a little bit of resentment.
I was fairly new to D&D in general, as I'd only started playing that year, and I'd played a few times, a couple different characters, but I'd been begging, as a player, I'd been begging to try to find a regular group. And my first time, testing it out with a group that had been already solidified, I walk in and kill one of the regulars. So by my actions, it killed the regulars. It was eye-opening to me as a player.
I was just glad you came back the next week.
Oh yeah, I almost left the table when it happened.
I was kind of worried that you weren't.
So, circling back, it's definitely interesting. Kinian's impression of the party at first was weak. As time goes on, players probably are more aware of Kinian's allegiance to the Zentarum faction, and may sense that his motives aren't exactly as pure as the rest of the members. Kinian sees the Obsidian Flame as a vehicle in which to gain more wealth, gain additional strengths, magical items, essentially to improve his standing. And he's happy to be part of the organization that is so successful.
I think the organization has also changed him a little bit.
It's possible.
Kinian would never admit it.
Pillaging's moved down to number 3 on his list.
well, it's actually moved down to circle with a dot in it because he doesn't know numbers. Actually, he does know numbers, but yeah.
He's got to be able to count how many liquor bottles he has left.
That's right.
I can count, I just can't read.
Mm-hmm.
Get it right, people.
Yep.
And my writing is not exactly legible by anyone other than myself.
I think he can he knows how to read, he just forgets he knows how to read.
He needs drunk recall in order to remember how to read.
He can read, it's just he's drunk so often, all the letters are blurry.
That's
so.
right. That'd be hilarious.
Right?
Kinian sobers up, and all of a sudden he's this scholar, this brilliant genius pirate lord. That's this scholar. That'd be hilarious.
Cheerio.
Kinian's life is just a decade between events, and each event that happens every decade is massive wealth gathering, and then he goes drinking for a decade and slowly dwindles it down, and then he sobers up and he grabs more wealth, and then he dwindles it.
Well, it's the worst when the most damaging spell to be cast on him would probably be a Greater Restoration, because the instant hangover that would overwhelm him.
That happened with the crabs.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Pinchy.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh. That was a fun episode.
And I remember you were also feeling bad that you weren't contributing, and I was just like, no, this is so hilarious.
As a player, I was trying to roleplay Kenyon.
And it was amazing.
And it was fun. But also as a player, from a meta perspective, I didn't want to get hit.
Yeah.
Because I was cursed, and I was going to murder face everyone on that boat if I would have enraged with that Berserker axe.
Did we know at that time about the curse?
Yeah. Yep. Wait.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
I don't think we
don't
knew.
think they knew.
No.
I did. I think it was after the boat.
It was right after the boat. It was during the giant attack.
The giant
That
attack.
fight in the city.
Is that Yartar? What city we
Yes,
were in?
Yartar.
That's the one where you
Okay.
almost killed
Good
me.
memory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we were in Yartar. I almost killed you.
Yeah. You were.
Didn't you almost
Keo
kill?
was the first person that you attacked.
Which is why Keo's always been very hesitant of you ever since.
Well, that, and he tried to drown me and a bunch of other things. Yeah.
And you killed Chanton.
Hey, let's take a quick second away from this conversation and start talking a little bit about some of the things that we use on the show. I want to give big props to Incompetech. Kevin is really, really talented artist. He's helping us out greatly. In Season 2, he actually created our intro and outro music. Go check out Incompetech.com. He has a lot of different sound effects, or a lot of different scores and thematic music out there. Go check that out. You can hear things that sound like this there. Hey, and if you want to help our show out, make sure to comment and subscribe on wherever you're getting your podcast content, whether it's YouTube or Google Play or iTunes, things like that. Make sure to send out a comment there. Make sure to subscribe, and make sure to tell people about us. You can tell people about us on Twitter. Use @DM's Table and use the hashtag #RollWithAdvantage. We'll be there with a high five or a fist bump. Just give us a shout out, or just tell your friends and family about us. Word of mouth is the best way that you're going to help us grow this show. And if you get a little bit of green stuck in your pocket, burning a hole in your pocket, then check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/rollwithadvantage. You can check us out there. We have a few tiers for subscriptions. All of them are very, very nicely priced, and you'll be able to find things like the chapters of the Tome of Epido. You'll be able to find content coming out in the future in Season 2 for exclusive episodes and things like that. And you'll be able to find things that you just don't get with the podcast. And with that, let's get back to the conversation and hear more about what we liked about Season 1. Hey, and playing off of that a little bit, let us know what you liked about Season 1. What was your favorite Season 1 moment? Hit us up on Twitter @DM's Table. Use hashtag #RollWithAdvantage. Let us know. See you out on the internet, guys. Who is your favorite ally in Season 1? Why?
Yeah, I need to find out how the orchard's doing. I know that was a real minor ally. Oh, what was his name? But the former adventuring elf.
Yeah.
You know, I really like. Well, it was a real small thing, but I liked when I spit on the hand to do the shake, and he's like, "Oh, so you've met dwarves," or something along that lines.
Yep.
And I liked that little halfling girl that went along with us when we were in the wagon.
Vordana.
My name's Alf Grayson.
Nice to meet you, Alf.
So
My name is Vordana. My name is Vordana Jezreel. Please, just call me Vordana.
So it's starting to get a little late in the day.
Yes.
I say the roads can be dangerous. Why don't we travel together today?
All right. I was about to break camp probably in about an hour or so. You want to share campsites? Sure.
The halfling that we fought the owlbears in the trees with.
Yep, Vordana.
Vordana, yeah.
Yep.
That was cool.
That was a fun.
Yes.
I
was
thought
a
she
fun
was all
session.
like helpless, and I'm moving to protect the squishy little halfling, and she's just dropping it like it's hot.
She was dropping. I think she was dropping like 3 attacks a round. Like I had her pumped up.
Don't tell the listeners, but Kyo's got a crush on her.
No way.
Why? Because she killed an owlbear in front
I
of
think Kyo has a crush on any like powerful lady.
Yeah.
Let's be honest
It's not
here.
a bad
No.
taste.
But I mean, he's got a type here. We had the sorcerer lady.
Was that consciously done, Ben?
I think that's a little bit of like real life and fantasy overlapping, you know. What's not to like about powerful women, you know?
Well, I don't think it's any secret that Minette's favorite ally was Palami.
Yeah. Do you
you. Is
remember?
that season 1?
Yeah, that was season 1.
Yeah. Yartar.
Before Palami leaves,
Yes.
Minette's going to try and suggest they spend the day together.
And I haven't said
Learning
anything,
Yartar.
by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Persuasion.
After that, he's gonna suggest they spend the night together.
Hey, shut up.
She's a nice lady.
15?
15. She says,
If you're not busy.
She says, yeah, I can, you know, we could get lunch or something. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm pretty sure Kinnian's favorite NPC in season 1 was Sarissa.
Yeah.
Because she wants me.
Yeah, that's what Kinian thinks at
Yeah,
least.
dude. I walk over to the princess
Yep.
and I say, "Wish me luck."
Wink. Are you trying to charisma?
Oh yeah.
Okay, give me a charisma at disadvantage.
Oh
That
yeah.
is very.
Yes.
That is a very
now.
subdued move, though. I'm actually impressed at Kenyan.
Oh,
What do you
it
get?
would have been a critical.
3?
Oh.
He rolled a 4.
she like slowly raises her hand and like sheepishly like is like ba. It becomes an awkward moment. It was not the moment that Kenyon had in his mind, and you're kind of like it kind of trips you up a little bit.
She wants you to leave.
Well, there's probably that. I was surprised to find that the great axe of the ancients, which was the Cursebreakers series, was pretty interesting to me. I did not foresee my ancestry to be blended with the Jinn or Ifritis. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ifritis. So I found that pretty interesting that my ancestry is actually mixed with genie blood.
No, I did like that. I love that series, and I was very happy that you were very happy with how that ended up.
Yeah.
It was a very sad part of the game, though, losing Boris like that.
That I left Boris behind without even your vote. I just left the horse behind. All the horses, Driftwood, Boris, all of them. Yeah.
Yep.
Better life in near the Valley of Kings.
Yeah.
Not on a frickin' airship pooping up my bedroom.
I mean, it's an airship. You could just cut a hatch.
Yeah.
We did.
Does anybody else have a ally that they really enjoyed?
I would say that Tin's favorite was Nymeria, but that's kind of a cop-out. I think she actually really liked Sarissa as well, but mostly because when they had that first meeting and Sarissa was kind of ready to kick the whole party out, and Tin was able to convince her of all the different things that were kind of tying together.
Kenyan, have you seen this creature next to you before today?
Yes.
I guess to establish that you are under the spell, because she seems to be of great power, and I'm not sure if the Zone of Truth is fully working on her, please tell us your most embarrassing memory.
Please, no.
You can just say, like, I said memory from my childhood or something. You don't have to make specifics, but... Because I'm really trying to prove that...
No,
This is-
I got put on the fucking spot tonight. Kenyon. Your most embarrassing moment, please.
You asked for this by walking into that zone of truth.
Well, I think I saw my brother being made. And I kept watching.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I think she kind of liked that this stone giant, right? Storm.
Yep.
Blah.
So close.
Storm giant queen was just like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
You've got some good points there.
I thought that was a really clever way for you guys to solve that situation, by the way, because you guys were doing a really bad job convincing them. And so instead, Kenyon walks into the Zone of Truth, and you use
And I ask him an embarrassing
you use this
question.
character as
I saw my brother being made.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not right.
And I thought it was a very interesting way to use a witness instead of trying to convince somebody to tell their truth, right? That was cool. So do you guys remember how you guys got the conch?
No.
From the dam breaking.
Was that from the dam?
Found it in the river.
I think Bond saw it. Was the one that saw it washing down the river.
I don't remember who saw. I know.
Oh, so I was there.
I got it, but I thought somebody else saw it, and I just went and got it.
I don't think I was there when they used it though, the first time.
No, you weren't.
That's what it was.
You and Bon were.
Yeah.
Just
Out.
3 of us.
Bros
Just some
night out.
shenanigans and
We
me
fucked
using
shit
really
up.
annoying voices.
So, Tin's favorite NPC was Sarissa, but as a player, my favorite NPC was Brickleworm because I loved how you really got into the voice for Brickleworm.
Yeah.
Just that nasally, like,
Hi,
always,
guys.
always
Yeah.
like chuckling and all that.
Yeah, Adam's wife hates the shit out of that voice. Let's see. Yeah, I liked Brickleworm. I really liked the Balagas family. So Brickleworm and Palami, and how they just kind of interact with the crew. Nobody mentioned Staravash.
Oh,
I almost mentioned Staravash earlier.
well, that's on Vaughn. Like falling out of trees, getting stuck in the mud.
Live by the rope, die by the rope was pretty
Hell
good.
But see-
yeah, dude.
Staravash to me was more amusing in season 2 without going into spoilers. So that's why I didn't mention him because season 1, he was just like the good little soldier.
Well,
Like,
season-
yes, sir, I don't want you to kill me or
Season
I'm
take
1,
me out.
he's gaining experience in the brothels.
Don't you have your own gold?
What?
Don't you have your own gold?
Nope.
I'll give you.
Fresh out.
I'll give you gold to start recruiting for the cause. I will not give you gold for whores.
For someone that's so big on doing the right thing, you seem to have a very interesting opinion of people who work in the sex trade for a living.
Juniper is not a whore.
Very judgmental. Very judgmental. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not judging whores. I'm judging Starvash's use of coinage.
Of company funds.
Company
company
funds.
funds. I want to be up front here, okay? Starvash was not Bond's favorite NPC. Okay? That fucker stole my money for whores.
Supposedly.
No, that fucker stole my money for whores.
Juniper is a nice lady.
Who's a whore?
I do like
It's the oldest profession.
I do like that the monk is the most destitute of the entire party, and it's just because he keeps giving his money to Starvash.
I think Starvash falls under the us starting stuff and not following through, which I know for Keo is a huge part.
I think he's a full
of everything.
embodiment of that.
Yeah, because we got like the Deepfoot clan, we've got all sorts of stuff, you know.
Yep.
I think Staravash is that middle school friend that didn't quite translate into the high school friend.
Yep.
So if Staravash wasn't Bond's favorite ally, who was?
Was there any?
Is it Bond?
Was there
Bond's
any good
his own
characters?
favorite ally.
favorite ally was Bond. No, I don't know. Who?
Eifer.
Eifer?
Yeah,
I was
Ivor's
gonna-
kind of an NPC
I was
at this
I
point.
was gonna say
he's
Eifer, but
definitely an
Eifer was
NPC.
actually like a player character for a while, so I didn't want to say that. But
What
yeah, it would be Eifer because the history and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I ignore the Lord. But listen, I can't explain. Things are a little strange right now. We shouldn't be here. I gotta go, and I disappear.
Wait, Eifer! So I go, shit, Eifer! I drop my staff, I turn angelic, and I zoom out the window.
Holy shit! You drop your staff?
I drop it.
Alright, so the spider staff drops. right at your feet, Keo.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Eifer's like real name is like Mac McGuffin or something like that, because he was my little like my dangly fruit for
Yeah, for quite
a
while.
lot of season 1.
Catch the bard.
Yeah, Bond had a dream. Eifer's in trouble. So we had allies, but who was your most hated villain? So we had a few villains, but is there any villain that like really stood out that you guys hated?
Kenya's got Maylock. Like, Maylock killed my parents.
Mm-hmm.
But he also granted the wish that broke the curse.
Mm-hmm.
We also have my first mate, my mutinous first mate that I ripped his jaw off.
Yes.
Oh man,
Do you
I forget-
remember his name?
Shit, no, he was
Shackle.
Shackle.
How rough does he look?
Pretty rough.
I'd like to rip his lower jaw off.
Holy shit! Alright, Matt Mercer, let's see it. Matt Mercer's got a thing about jaws. Alright, go for it. Strength, please. Well, first see if you can grab his jaw.
As a what? Athletics?
It would just be an attack, so a dex or a strength attack, whatever
That's
you
29.
want. 20. Yeah, you hit it. So a contested strength.
Okay. Would this be athletics now?
Yes. And he gets a 10.
27.
Holy shit. Okay, so you grab onto his jaw and you start yanking. And when you yank, you feel it dislocate, and you start to feel the muscle and the sinew start to tear from the jawline. You are holding your enemy's jaw in your hands, and his tongue is just kind of like hanging. He's starting to scream, and he continues to stay awake.
So I was gonna say,
through all of this pain. Yeah.
I say, what's the matter? Orc got your tongue?
You know where that name came from?
Stargate.
Stargate. Thank
Oh.
you.
And Imrith.
I will say the coolest person to fight. I like that dam when we took that down.
Oh, with fat lady? What's
Yeah.
her name?
Are we talking
Gross.
Groundhog?
Groundhog.
No.
So that was
I don't know that we ever
good.
interacted with her.
That was good.
Go.
You see this whole structure start to like wash inward and down river. This river, which seemed almost like, I don't know, placid. It was very still. Seems to have like enraged with this loosening of pressure. It is pushing very hard, and it's become like rapids, and it's folded in through this kitchen area. It's also folded in through this like big dining hall that you never saw. And you hear giants like shouting, but you hear one giant shouting the most. Save me! over all of the calamity that is happening.
I really liked the kitchen. I thought that was great.
Yeah, with the halfling there.
Oh, and I destroyed Bon in the basement.
Jerk.
Yeah.
With an axe.
My least favorite villain was Kinian. Cursed Kinian.
Kinian was pretty much the toughest villain.
I mean, that was, for sure.
Turn to you like, good job, Kinian.
Oh God!
Why are your eyes red?
If you turn towards Bon, I'm going to use a warding flare for the attack. So you'll have disadvantage.
You're gonna say your
Power attack.
Yeah. What's your line again?
Betrayals.
Yeah.
I'm a dick.
From the closest comes from the ones who are closest to you or something?
Betrayal never comes from your enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Betrayal never comes from your enemies. And power attack.
I'll take it you hit me.
23 damage. And I attack you again. And you don't have warding flare.
You get 3 attacks?
I killed an enemy.
23, huh?
That's gonna hit. 31 damage.
I'm unconscious.
Gideon, no!
I say, like, you hit me the first time, I'm like, dude, same team!
Like that was funny to see how quickly we had to move into Cursebreaker because of
Kinian would have killed us all.
dangerous.
Yeah, because he was so dangerous. Like even when you guys figured out the whole remove curse thing, it still was a problem because
Yeah.
Still gotta touch
Kinian's
me.
hard to touch.
Yeah, old Min-Max McGee over there.
I really liked the episode where the Vistani were coming and we had to protect them, and we fought the orcs. And sadly, it didn't end up from a mechanical perspective helping out, but I thought it was really clever was when Kyo animated all the cutlery
Yes.
to form kind of a protective shield that I would basically to keep Kinian busy, like a cat with laser pointer.
Yep. And especially because like Kyo earlier, in previous sessions or whatever, was stealing silverware.
I had thought about that like way back.
Oh, Mr. Min-Maxer. Totally planning ahead.
I was that was
MacGyver's works.
the first animate spell that I could get realistically as a sorcerer, and I was trying to drop little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It was awesome. What did you guys think of the fortunes? I'm sure you guys probably don't remember your personal
I have
fortune,
them.
but
I didn't
I
I
get
could
one.
play them.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Adam could play them.
I think I still have it.
Oh, the guild member. There's something about a friend or an ally in your future. Oh, the sideways marionette. This is good. This ally is a puppet for someone very powerful. Maybe even a spy. The diviner. The seeker of truth. You must seek this person out. Ah, the priest. You are clearly a woman of the cloth. This is telling me nothing new. But the sideways anarchist. Your beliefs are to be tested soon. So this says. The hooded one. Your actions. They are attracting someone very powerful who waits in the shadows for you. Be very careful, my dear. The artifact. There is an important physical object in your future which may change others' lives. The sideways torturer. Yes, this object will bring great suffering. You should be very careful with this object. The evoker. The evoker tells me that this object is not going to be controllable. You need to be very careful. From what I'm understanding is you're about to happen upon something that cannot be controlled. That is very dangerous. Do not take this lightly. Your looming past will come upon you. The Dark Lord seeks you. Actions that you have made are far-reaching. You are on an unexpected path. one that cannot be changed, and the beast lurks in the blackness. There is death, defeat, and sorrow in your future. A friend shall die. This curse is that of the protected. Your quest is one of peace, and it will be a very difficult quest, as you must reforge the Ice Cleft Nation without war. It must be a peaceful reforging. And when it's reforged, you must establish a nation that is focused on self-sustained society. This means no raiding. Cannot raid. If raids are made, the curse comes back. It will not be lifted until these are made whole.
I didn't get a fortune, but
Yeah.
the curse was broken.
I saved yours as the curse.
I was
No.
the cursed at the time.
I do like that. Was that in crap? What town was that in?
It was still Yartar.
Yartar.
Yeah.
You guys spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, I liked the kobolds in Yartar. Was that Yartar?
Yeah. That was Juniper.
There was the one kobold in Yartar
Juniper.
that, yeah,
Yep.
that you went to.
Yep.
With
With
Staravash.
Staravash.
I don't think my fortune's come to pass yet.
Nope.
I thought mine had, but I guess it hasn't.
So let's see. In season 1, I don't know that anybody's fortune came to pass.
My favorite Minette moment was the Golden Goose standing on milk crates.
Yes.
And making off with monies.
Minette standing at one of the pits, and he looks like he's looking over diligently these tables. It hits you, it strikes you as weird because you shouldn't be able to see Minette so high up. And as you get closer, you see they've brought out these black milk crates for him to stand on top of so that he can actually see the tables.
I have to say, on top of that, as that is one of my favorite Minette moments, that is also my favorite Kinian moment.
Oh, the flop sweats with
Flop
Keo?
sweats with Keo, and Keo doing like
magic show?
the really cool magic show and
That was
everything.
badass.
That was awesome. That was good.
Come one, come all, come see the amazing Keo. His tricks will astound you. They will flabbergast you. You will be put in awe. And all the people, they're talking and mingling and stuff like that, all their heads turn towards the front of the deck.
Now, that one, I do have to say, a little bit of credit for that goes to Acquisitions Inc. with the way that Jim Dark Magic is played.
Okay.
I really like how he did he's the wizard who does magic tricks. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to capture just a little bit of that.
I think you did a good job. It was good. Okay, so let's go around the table. Let's start with Dan this time. What was your favorite moment out of all of season 1?
Oh, man.
What one really shines?
Well,
and it doesn't have to be good for your character or bad for your character, but I mean, what one stands out that you look back on and go, that was awesome?
I think standing up to the giants that were trying to off the three of us when we were in Maelstrom.
You see 3 other giants in this room. The fire giant, the cloud giant, and the frost giant. And the frost giant's wearing its cloak. And they're all standing there in front of the turret. They kind of crack their necks and they crack their fists. The frost giant points to you 3.
Comprehend languages.
Yep. You've got comprehend languages.
I wave.
Kinian waves, and the frost giant says, "You small folk have made a grave mistake this day."
And just kind of how the dice rolls worked out, where the intimidation roll was just so ridiculous that it held off at least one of the giants from attacking us, because I don't think we could have lived through that encounter had the giants just came at us.
Yeah. I thought that was a really like clever way to try and level the playing field. I did enjoy that moment.
I quite liked being giant-sized. from going from gnome-sized to giant-sized and then more was pretty ridiculous.
And then shooting car-sized bullets. Yeah.
Cannonballs, large cannonballs from my thunder cannon was quite enjoyable. I'm not sure I really hit anything, but who gives a shit?
Still cool.
It was still fun to be like, holy crap, I'm shooting like basketball-sized bullets at people.
Yeah. Basketball size of iron.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Minette rather likes being this large.
Yes. Holy shit.
And wonders how much better it would be to enlarge himself. So he casts Enlarge on himself.
Oh shit. So
I am gargantuan sized.
you grow, and as you grow, you can actually see over top of this, you can, like, climb up on this amphitheater slightly, and you can
the barrel down on
yeah, and you lower
in a barrel.
You lower the thunder cannon, and Tim, you see just to the right of you, you see this large, like, it looks almost like something that Waterdeep would have used for their sewage, and it just like it falls next to you, and it's just this massive thunder cannon. And you hear Minette behind you chuckling.
The sense of scale, though, is insane.
It was a little bit different. Yeah.
I
didn't have Enlarge on me. I just went giant size.
I think this is kind of foreshadowish to season 2, but I loved your comment like after that session. I think we were texting and you were just like, BT Dub, Minette's addicted. And I was like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to cheat a little and mention 2 moments.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because one is more of an episode. I really liked the Golden Goose episode because it just really felt like that whole, like how a lot of long-running TV shows will just have that one episode that's totally like self-encapsulated and totally random, different from the normal flow of things. So that was just really fun.
It's like The Flash doing a musical episode.
Yeah, or like, you know, a third of Buffy in a way. But yeah, and just there were a lot of great funny moments in that episode. My favorite battle was when we were fighting the bugbears in the trees, because to me,
Owlbears.
Yeah. Blah. I think that we had only started doing Theater of the Mind like a few sessions prior.
Yeah, maybe even one. Like I think we even had to set the mat out again for it because we were
I
still
drew
learning.
in my notebook. Yeah, I drew little circles for all the trees, but I just thought it was so unique of a like battleground type of thing.
Yes. What's everybody running from? What are you afraid of, Gio?
Owlbears!
And when he says that, one owlbear comes tromping through and starts sniffing where you guys have been walking.
And I'm like, watch out, they can fly!
And it like snaps its head up to you.
I brace myself to dodge from its laser beams.
Yeah. Yes. And it starts sniffing around each one of the trees, and then it lets out another hooting howl. And when it does, 3 more join it, and they start climbing the trees.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten a few kind of Endor where it was interesting to hear a battle that was not 2D. It was 3D, and we've gotten a few praises on like how well executed that was for us, and so that was pretty cool. I enjoyed imagining that episode,
Yeah.
like the whole tree falling and Kyo falling with the tree and all this stuff. Like
my favorite part about that was how Kyo was reacting to the owlbear.
The lasers! Watch out for the lasers!
Yeah, I got to stretch my silliness on that one a bit. I like that.
It was good.
It was
Perfect.
It was beautiful.
And then Bon right afterwards is like
Pretending to be an owlbear.
Well, that's
I feel so powerful.
that goes straight to if you look on my
That was a good
my,
your
time.
character
my
sheet.
character sheet from the start.
Yep.
This is from the first printout.
Kyo's deathly
it's
afraid
one-
of owlbears.
Kyo's deathly afraid of owlbears. That goes to
Episode,
the
I think it's
character
episode
creation.
1 for the podcast. It even has like Kyo being like, "Do I know if there's any owl bears in these woods?" And that's like, and that started like this fantastic long running joke. Now,
for me, with favorites, and it's sad because it's the one that we didn't record. With that first session,
okay,
I knew that this campaign, because we've played together a lot over the years, but that this campaign was something special. I knew it with the whole Eifer, bugbear, where he had the bug head, and he was imagining that, and the whole, I was using the mechanics to like draw advantage for everybody, and it's like, "Are you okay?" No,
yeah. When you guys are in the
just
cave.
the group interaction there.
Oh yeah.
And this isn't to like give you short shrift, Dan, because you weren't in the party
I
yet,
wasn't around.
but I knew that it was going to be a good game.
That's something that we've
at that
actually
point.
gotten a lot of comments on is like a lot of positive feedback on how well we interact together. People apparently really enjoy hearing us just playing the game
because we're friends.
Because we're friends.
Yeah, what's that? You play with friends and it's fun? It's amazing.
What's that like?
You wound us, Dan.
Dan, you're not the one we turn the mic off on. So.
That's true.
Well,
Unless
he's
you
not the one
want
who
us
like
to.
subconsciously starts whistling. And,
It's like,
I'm
shut the
terrible.
hell up, Ben.
Yes. If our better housebroken, it'd be okay.
Well, you're only 8 years
Water
old.
bottle.
Yes.
Now, for stuff on the podcast, I really like the Kraken, and I wish we had done more with that.
You wanted to
Yes.
fight it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Well, maybe.
It looked me in the face when I was getting the bottle.
Yeah.
It saw me.
Didn't
think
it like steal some stuff from us too?
You took damage from it.
I took psychic damage from the Kraken before I bamfed out of there.
So did
Yep.
so did the captain.
I thought that had a really cool feel to it.
You see tendrils come up from the water. They're big, thick, meaty tendrils, and they snap the mast of the ship, and it goes clambering down. One of the tendrils goes and grabs King Hikatan by the forearm and pulls him back, and another one grabs and pulls him back, and a tendril shoots up in the center where the mast is. It busts the ship, and it starts to break. As the ship is breaking, you see down below this giant maw in the ripples of water that are flowing out into the ship. You see a giant maw of a kraken bearing down on the ship.
At least in my mind.
And it was
you
kind of
know.
like a oh crap moment.
I have to say, well, actually, let's do Adam's favorite episode or session, and then I'll say mine because I've got a very clear favorite.
Favorite session. Shoot.
You had like 10 minutes, buddy.
Yeah, dude. He's like, I'm just a sound guy. I don't talk.
I like pretending to be blind for like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was fun.
Is
Yeah,
this-
because we didn't know the reason either. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
we were always kind
Everybody
of
was
like
kinda like-
looking at you, and you would
top
do
secret.
stuff.
Everybody was like, "All right, come on, Adam."
I looked over.
We're like, you can't actually see. You're blind, but you're pretending to be able to see. That's adorable.
There was that day that I was sitting next to Adam, and I look over and I'm like, wait, those stats don't work because we,
Yeah.
we used a point buy. And I'm like,
Dude,
there's
what
no
the
way
fuck's
you
up
can
with
get
your
that stats
sheet?
with a human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't mess up? You should.
Yep.
And you like talk to me about it too. You're like, "How did you? What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. Like,
It's not
step,
important.
I wasn't trying to step on
can
you
you
or
explain
anything.
to me
but
why you made those choices? Nope.
Nope. Yeah, even
no, I was glad that you kept it secret. Because
Yeah,
it was
a
cool.
fun reveal.
dire action. And I pull my eye sash off, and I look up at the dragon.
Why have you been wearing a blindfold all this time?
Yeah. Eyes ablaze. Take a deep breath. Oops, wrong one. Wings sprout from my back, and they are luminescent, incorporeal, angelic wings.
He's like your cat. Asmar.
Yeah, Asmir. Asmir?
You're a tricksy one, Bon.
I liked when Eifer was reading him the book as if it was Eifer's life. Like it was like our first episode for the podcast, and he was fake reading a book to him. I liked it.
It was like pretend letting me drive the wagon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
The whole time I'm sitting there like, I fucking know he's pretending.
But I'm also pretending.
I'm a dude playing another dude.
So, what's the DM's favorite episode?
So my favorite is the Kraken episode when you guys swatted the ship. I didn't necessarily plan that to be a SWAT, because I really, really enjoy SWAT missions, and you guys just made it a SWAT, and you just made my DM heart shine at that point. Like, I was like, fuck yes, I'm down with this. And I think I knew it exactly, because originally I thought you guys were just gonna scout the ship, right? And then I knew it right when Manette takes the crow's nest guy's head off, and I was like, this is fucking going down. This is awesome. I loved that session. That
guy got sniped.
That guy got fucked up.
So, out of curiosity, I'm 1,000 feet away. Mm-hmm. Do I have advantage when I'm shooting people because they can't see me?
I mean, you are stealth. I mean, you're hidden. Yes, you're hidden. You're hidden, yeah.
At least your first shot.
Yeah.
I think probably hitting the guy in the crow's nest is first priority.
I'd say it's a surprise attack.
It's probably a little surprising to suddenly just be sniped.
I have like a gaping hole in your torso.
Oh my god.
One can.
What's that red dot on your forehead?
Oh shit.
22.
22 hits, yeah. Not bad. Yeah. Bon, you're flying towards this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you are up with Kyo, which is more towards the ship than... You're closer to the ship than you are to your ship. Okay?
Okay.
21 damage.
21. Kyo and Bon, you see him drop. And, like, he starts to, like, put his hand up to yell. And when he goes to yell, you see the back of his head explode and he just drops. You don't hear anything.
I loved that session, but I was also really disappointed because I kept wanting to do an attack and I kept, like, failing to hit or... this or that, and so I ended up doing like no damage that battle.
I remember the Kraken ruined everything.
Yeah.
I remember running on Hikaton to avoid enemies with Tin behind me, and just like taking out 3 guys in 3 swings, like just swatting people off.
Yep,
that was good stuff.
Yeah. So
didn't like the wizard kill himself?
The wizard got killed by Rook.
Yeah.
Was it Rook?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I don't remember.
There was like a ship.
It was a half-orc. It was a half-orc assassin, and basically, like, that half-orc was like mentally beaten down to the point where by the wizard that it had it written right in the book. As soon as this guy has a chance, he's gonna kill the wizard. And so he barred himself in with the wizard during the attack and murdered his fucking face. It was crazy.
Oh, and I had to kill him.
Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap this up?
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure.
It was
too bad Kenyon dies in season 2.
Yeah, what is that? 7 seasons in a movie?
Season 2's not over yet. Careful what you wish for.
6 seasons in a movie, yes.
Yes,
I gotta say, it was the first time we successfully sat down and finished a campaign.
I'll add something after we wrap,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Standard, Ben. But
Wait,
yeah,
Adam, add this into that other section.
Yeah.
so
This only had 6 hours of editing.
So yeah, that was a really good recap, I think, of season 1. I am very much looking forward to the recap of season 2, to see what threads you guys pick up on that I've been laying through season 1. So yeah, I cannot wait for you guys to start to experience season 2 and really start exploring that world. Hey, thanks for listening to our episode and our show. Go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has a lot of things to offer. They've got a couple of blogs over there that are interesting to read. They talk about DMing and what it means to be a storyteller and things like that. We also have backstories on our characters there. So why don't you go check out dmstable.com/RWA. And that's it. So, see you out on the internet, folks, and next week's going to be awesome.